Hey guys, welcome to Competition Crushers. Over the next half an hour or so, we are going to show you how we get businesses ranked for over 1,000 plus keywords in a very short amount of time. We're also going to show you the transformation that happens with a business while this occurs. Now, this is going to generate hundreds of thousands of people seeing you online and eventually millions. Now, you need to understand that having this many people seeing you online is going to result in dramatically increasing the traffic of people interested in your services. This will dramatically increase your sales. And guess what, guys? You ready for it? That is all sales is. It's a numbers game. The more people that see you online, the more opportunities that will be created for you and your business, which in turn will create financial freedom that you and your family may have only dreamed of. Not to mention the confidence it will instill in you to grow your business further. With that being said, let's dive in. Today you will learn how we have helped transform businesses that were only making a few $1,000s a month into new territories in which they could have only ever dreamed. Now, don't get us wrong. We also work with much larger businesses, some in which have done well over $70,000 plus a month. And guess what? Those businesses are now 2 to 3x their numbers within a 6 to 12 month period. And the best part is they see almost immediate results after around the 3-month marker. And some of them even see results after 45 days. Now, if you were to ask most of our clients when they first started with us, if they could have ever imagined that they'd be where they are today, guess what? Most of them would tell you no. In fact, I would bet you a buffalo nickel that most of them are probably thinking what you're thinking right now. And look, we get it. It's much easier to be skeptical either because of previous failures or because you have trust issues due to previously being let down. Not to mention, everyone with a computer nowadays seems to be claiming they have all the answers. And this is why we excel at what we do. Most of the people we work with have had a rough go at growing their business, but they never gave up. And it was that fighting spirit that led them to where they are today. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Picture your business and where it would be if it were generating 2 to 5 times what it's currently doing now. Now, what would it look like if you never had to worry about not only maintaining a steady flow of new customers, but you also never had to stress about continually branding and expanding your business online? So think about how it would make you feel, knowing you have the confidence that you'll never have to give a second thought about your online presence. And I want you to truly think about your life and how it would be impacted due to the fact your business is constantly increasing and growing new revenue. Picture how happy your family would be knowing they can spend more time with you. This is the number one reason my wife Erin and I got into this business, because when you put other people's success and happiness first, you're always rewarded in the end. So at this point, you may be asking yourself if this is even possible. I want you to witness what 95% of our clients are experiencing right now as you watch this video. Look at where many of these business owners are now versus where they were in the beginning when they first started working with us. I'd be willing to bet most of them were thinking what you're thinking right now. And look, not only are they substantially happier with their newfound success, but many of them have become friends with us over the course of time. Check out some of these combos and pictures we have of moments we've shared with our clients. These bonds don't always form, but when they do, it only increases our business relationship with them. Now, let me be the first to say that this is not for all business owners and entrepreneurs. We are specifically targeting not only strong and determined individuals, but also people that are willing to do whatever it takes to get their business to the next level. That being said, if you are someone who already has an action plan for their business and have taken some steps to implementing those actions, we may be a great fit. Are you someone that has a legal and legitimate setup? And what I mean by that is, do you have an EIN number? Do you have an LLC or a C Corp? Do you have a business name? Have you ever made any sales whatsoever? If you've answered yes to these questions, we're probably going to be a great fit. Are you someone that understands that taking some risk is absolutely mandatory for any business to succeed? We'd probably be a good fit. And lastly, are you willing to constantly change things up and implement new processes or teams to continually grow? If you're thinking to yourself right now, yes, that's me, well, I got great news. We're probably going to be a great fit. Let's talk briefly about who may not be a good fit. Now, Aaron and I try to stay away from the negative side of life as much as possible, but unfortunately, this is a hard truth. So with that being said, if you're the type of individual that floats around a lot from idea to idea and has never truly committed to anything, this isn't for you. If you're the type of person that feels like things always happen to them versus making things happen themselves, this probably won't work out. If you're not willing to invest not only money, but real time and energy, this is not for you. And finally, if you're an individual that finds themselves always questioning and second guessing their decision making, we're probably not going to be a great fit. But that being said, anyone can change. So if you're someone that used to have a terrible or negative outlook, but has recently come to the realization that they alone hold the reins to their business's success, we'd probably still be a great fit. At this point, you may be asking yourself who we are as a company and as people, and why you would trust us, let alone choose us to help your business. So I guess the first thing I should probably tell you guys is who we are. So Aaron and I first got our start in digital marketing a little over 3 years ago. I was working a corporate position I had worked up to for some years, and Aaron was a team manager for a very large credit card company. We realized we wanted to tap into a new industry. So something that could truly help people, of course, but at the same time, something that could pay the bills, right? The moment we found search engine optimization and authority positioning or branding, we were absolutely hooked. We began to learn as much as we possibly could by purchasing extremely expensive courses and, of course, while getting hands-on training. After a little while, though, we kind of began to realize that almost all of the courses not only had the same content, but they were way too expensive for what they were offering. This is where we realized something had to change in the industry. So we sought after one of the top engineers in the country, and I got to tell you, with some serious convincing, he finally decided to join our cause and become a partner with us. Immediately, we got to work creating state-of-the-art techniques and procedures that would potentially change the industry from the inside out. We focused solely on fulfillment for clients, which laid the groundwork for where our current clients are today. We did all of this without seeking a single business owner in the beginning. It was imperative to us that before we landed a single client, that every one of our processes were absolutely flawless. Our first real year, I got to tell you guys, was back in 2020. And you know what? When the word got out, 2021 was our true breakout year. And look, 2022, this year, I got to tell you, it's even better. Not necessarily because of financial growth. Sure, that's definitely important, don't get me wrong. But mainly because we finally finished a system we have been working on for the past 14 months. Now, this system is designed to not only get virtually any business owner incredible traffic, but it's also designed to get extremely hot phone calls or leads or customers walking in the door within 7 to 10 days. Now, I'm not talking about ads here, guys. No. Ads are extremely easy, right? You don't have to have some insane ad budget. That's why we designed it this way. I got to tell you guys, our original plan to focus on fulfillment versus sales is also stronger than ever. Now that we've created certain standard operating procedures and are operating at a much higher level than we were in the beginning, it gives us the ability to focus and generate one new technique every single month. That, guys, is where it really gets interesting, because if we can focus on one new technique every single month, the growth will be astounding. And that is where our strong suit is. Now that you know a little bit about us, though, and how we operate, allow us to be even further transparent. So, full disclaimer here. While 90% of our clients thrive with our help, some of them truly exceed their personal goals. And what I mean by that is, while yes, you'll certainly see some incredible growth within your business, but not everyone gets to 5 or 10x their business within a matter of a few short months. It's just not realistic. Now, this is due to a multitude of reasons, like the niche that you're in or your demographical location, etc. However, most of the time it's because of mindset. Now, believe it or not, more times than not, we see business owners that can't seem to truly dial in that proper mindset. Most of the time, these results don't happen overnight, and having unrealistic expectations is the number one killer of most businesses' serious growth. So instead of investing in their business and putting in that extra hard work, they decide to lay back, relax, and somewhat hope things just show up. But guess what? That is not how it works. And most of you already know that. But if Aaron and I were to give up after the first, 24 times we tried to build the incredible system we have today, we would not be where we are now. But with hard work and some serious commitment, we built one of the only legitimate systems in America that can rank businesses not just at the top of the map pack on Google, but that can also get businesses ranked for over 1,000 plus keywords in a fairly short amount of time. And that results in a company yielding hundreds of thousands of local people seeing them every single month. Okay, it's time to tap into some of the juicier stuff. Let's talk about why the old method of digital marketing not only doesn't work, but why over 95% of digital marketers fail to rank their clients. So the answer is actually quite simple. Most digital marketers are a 1 or 2 person crew. Now, you heard that right. It might be somewhat shocking even. And we're not kidding. So they've taken some guru course that's shown them on how to sell folks, but they usually fail miserably, or at least fall short on the fulfillment side of things. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Most digital marketers not only don't understand what's actually involved on the back end, but they don't have the time, money, or resources to truly create nor implement standard operating procedures that work. Backlinks, for instance. Now, many of you may have heard that term before, but haven't been truly told what they really do. So I'll break it down a little bit for you guys. So when you link another source online to your website, it becomes a backlink, right? So if it's not niche related or powerful though, it's certainly not going to do your site any favors. Furthermore, and I may be breaking an unwritten marketer code here, but if the backlink isn't designed to follow back to your site properly, it can cause some serious issues with Google's trust rating that's connected to your site. Now, you might be asking yourself, what? You didn't know Google has a trust score for your site? Don't feel bad. Most people don't. And another thing that gives branding and digital marketing a terrible name is because these smaller, less qualified marketers don't have a real in-house team. So they're forced to outsource the work that they're supposed to be doing for you to somebody else. But because they have to make money, they find the cheapest teams possible. So this is where things get really messed up. And this is one of the things that, almost breaks my heart in the industry. So many times these teams outsource as well as buying already pre-made packages that 9 out of 10 times either have pornographic links or really spammy sites that can definitely drive traffic, but it's the type of traffic that will definitely red flag your business until the end of time by keeping it at the back of page 10, and probably at the very bottom. So forget about you ever showing up on the map pack. Now, you may get lucky and find a marketer that's even cheaper. So they'll attempt the work themselves, but if they have any more than 2 or 3 clients, you'll literally be paying them for almost nothing. So I can't tell you how many times business owners have come to us explaining that they've been working with an agency for usually over a year, but they're not seeing any results. That's because the said agency has maybe linked a few somewhat related links to that person's site, maybe a blog or 2 as well if they're lucky, but that was the extent of their work. If you care to actually witness what these analytical results, by the way, look like, take a look at the multiple examples we have on the page below after the webinar. We made them super user-friendly, so just pull the analytics back and forth with your arrow key. It's that simple. So it's an unfortunate truth about our industry, but our team is dedicated to pulling this curtain back to show business owners all over America they don't need to be uncertain about digital marketing any longer. I could go on and on about all sorts of different ways business owners get burned, but we simply don't have the time. So with that being said, let's move on to something more positive. If you have any further questions, or you think that you might be working with a marketer that might be taking advantage of you, feel free to reach out to us and we'll give you a 100% free audit. So let's talk about the marketing strategies and techniques that do work. The biggest thing that separates our agency from over 99% of all other marketing agencies are the standard operating procedures we implement on a monthly basis for every single one of our clients. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. 99%? Who do you think you are? Guys, I got to tell you, the results vary depending on the type of tier that a client chooses with us, but I'm still going to share many of the techniques our in-house team implements daily. Full transparency. This may look a little overwhelming at first, but we feel it's absolutely imperative to be as unclouded as possible. So here goes. Clients that choose us receive a plethora of tri-tier backlinks that have major authority and are also niche related. These backlinks also follow back to that business's page properly, which not only raises trust with Google, but also drives cleaner power. They'll also receive optimized images that are not only geotagged properly, but also share multiple locations. We link hundreds of relative citations, or also known as directories, to the client site as well. As we do this, we also write multiple blogs monthly that are geo and niche related, working in tandem with these other processes. We continually add and optimize the client's Google business profile every 15 to 30 days, depending where their competition is at. So guys, we do all this together, right? It's a system. We also create and optimize a G Suite for them as well. Now, this is something really particular that we love doing because just like on a website, we implement not only our incredible writers' ability to write awesome content, but we also implement our algorithm of keywords. That's what makes this so special. Special care is taken as we add patch articles, geo network articles, hundreds of map embeds, hundreds of NAPW Google News Network links, or name, address, phone number, and website Google News Network links. And guys, we also do multiple press releases every single month. And we do this, guys, a lot of people rarely do press releases, but the reason why we love to do multiple press releases every month is it ensures that our clients not only stay relevant in the local Google News section, but so they also stay at the top. Also, when you write more press releases, you can focus on certain selling points or different things that that particular client may be having going on for that particular month. As we add our GBP service listed suggestions, we also make sure the client has been activated in our new Linkforce program. So for more information on Linkforce, definitely check out the video below. It's titled Linkforce. Hard to miss, guys. Our clients will also receive multiple organic reviews every single month that have custom, local, niche-related keywords in them. While we build their social media empire, we also add news break articles, optimized pins, we constantly index and link their URLs. We do all this while making sure your top competitors aren't growing faster than you. To top it all off, we're one of the few agencies in the country that has an operational PBN, or private blog network. Now, we can't go too far into that as it's more of a cheat code for certain niches, but I digress. Unfortunately, I don't have too much time to dive deeper into these standard operating procedures, but believe me when I tell you everything I mentioned above still isn't even close to all of our processes. I simply can't share any more with you right now because we don't want other firms trying to duplicate our procedures and accidentally messing things up. It not only takes extremely skilled engineers to implement some of these tasks, but there's also an algorithm we use for almost all of these techniques. Failure to execute some of these things I've spoken of can result in some serious backfires, guys. Trust us. We have over 100 websites we personally own so that we can test new strategies to make sure they work before we ever try them on a client's site. Feel free to set up a business strategy call for a deeper look by clicking that big leap forward button below. As we are diving deeper into the meat and potatoes of things here, I'd like to discuss and break down some of the biggest myths in digital marketing today. While yes, there are certainly some things that we can implement immediately to dramatically increase your business, like predetermined and targeted ads or CRM quick funnels, which is kind of what you guys are experiencing now, there's not a magic button we can press to turn your business around overnight. It just doesn't exist. It takes excellent communication between the client and the agency to make sure the proper foundation and road is laid. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to take a very long time, but it does mean that an extremely detailed blueprint is not only created, but that it must be followed. We do this with every single small business or large that we work with, and it's the sole reason we have a vetting process. Now, you heard that right. We don't just work with anyone, and no matter how much money you invest into your business's online growth and branding, it still won't work without the proper mindset. Plain and simple. Digital marketing myth number 2. Solid SEO and branding is not a scam. I repeat, it is not a scam. While yes, there are a ton of bad agencies out there due to lack of experience, knowledge, or ability, there's also some excellent firms as well. You just have to find them. One of the things we pride ourselves in at Duff Digital Marketing is that we're not too big, nor are we a really small firm. We're in that happy medium there. So we believe in quality always must come over quantity. This is why we have a 95% client retention rate, and it's also why virtually every one of our clients have major online breakouts. Digital marketing myth number 3. You can work with an incredible team like ours without breaking the bank. Now, most business owners don't understand that true search engine optimization and branding isn't a one-size-fits-all. While yes, you can certainly reach your financial business goals quickly in some demographical markets with little to no effort, there are others that simply require substantially more. Not just money, but procedures and processes, which is why we create a tailored blueprint for every single potential client. Now, having a flawless game plan is the number one thing that's going to take any business to that next level. I can tell you right now, if you've seen those ads on Facebook or Google that say they can truly help your business for a very small amount of money, I can almost guarantee you that you are essentially taking that investment and throwing it right into the trash. At this point, if you're the type of individual that understands major changes are imperative in order for a business to grow, then you're probably beginning to realize there's a vast sea of untapped resources online that you didn't even know existed. You probably also see that we not only hold the keys to many of these untapped opportunities, but also that we can open the doors to them, which in turn will dramatically decrease the time, energy, and finances you'd have to invest with not only learning, but implementing them yourselves. This is why time and time again, we've helped new businesses every single month turn their goals into realities. As we continue to tear through the fear and uncertainty a business owner previously had, we also help them find a newfound confidence they never had before when it comes to pushing their business to all-time highs online. The best part is, we can help virtually any niche, and you heard that correct. Just ask our current clients by checking out their video testimonials below after the video's over. I gotta tell you guys, the best feeling in the world is when you've helped someone truly gain a stronghold over their previous fears about investing properly with their online business. It's a feeling I simply cannot describe. Now, let's talk about some of the challenges you may run into in the near future. Because of time restraints, we simply cannot go over all the specific details that are vital to your business's success in this webinar. You also may run into some complications due to the fact you're not even sure where to begin. I'm sure you're also wanting to possibly ask a few other questions that may or may not be directly correlated with the information discussed today. That being said, don't worry. There are 2 separate paths right now that you can take immediately to get your business where it should be financially. So here are the 2 ways to move forward. Number 1, and please believe me when I say I don't mean to sound cynical here, it's just a factual truth. You can choose the hard way. You can spend countless hours, energy, and finances to learn every aspect our team of dedicated engineers, developers, and social media managers have learned over the years, and then try to implement them into your own system. Or you could choose the easier path. You can choose to hop on a business strategy call with us today, where we'll create a bulletproof plan to get your business from point A to point Z. Now, this does require a can-do attitude and a little bit of your time, but it is substantially more effective than option A. The fastest way to book a business strategy session with us is by clicking that big pulsating button below this webinar here. That will take you to our What to Expect on Our Call page. Now, please read through that brief material as it is loaded with information about how we operate and also what that conversation is going to be like. So we've designed our system to have 0 surprises. So just like all the business owners that are with us now and all those cool testimonials that you've seen, you are going to have the information in front of you at all times. Now on that page, you can also choose your time slot that's going to best suit you. You will also be able to have the option to call now, which will immediately get you on the phone with one of our client management specialists. That option won't be like the business strategy session, but it will definitely help us understand your business as well as give you an even better idea about how we can help you move forward. As we round down to the end of our webinar here, we'd like to share with you guys some of our clients' growth. Now, keep in mind, some folks double and triple their businesses within a matter of 45 to 90 days, while others it does take a little bit more time, and that usually depends on their niche or demographical area. That being said, we want you to meet Jabari. Now, Jabari is in the junk hauling business and has struggled for years before joining our team. We want you to notice how he went from a mere $5,000 to $7,000 a month to now pushing upwards of $40,000 plus per month. And because he's in an untapped area, there's really no ceiling for his growth to stop. I do want to definitely put out a disclaimer there. This is not a normal situation. In fact, it's not unprecedented, but it's very rare. Again, most of our clients on average definitely can double their business within 45 to 90 days, but sometimes it does take a little longer. So with that being said, I want you guys to meet Joe. Now, Joe's in the service industry as well, but he specializes in landscaping, hardscapes, pressure washing, etc. Joe's been with us for a couple years now, but look at his insane traffic gains. It's funny because when everyone else that's in his industry starts dramatically slowing down around the end of the year, Joe keeps on trucking. And I believe he's booked out for at least 3 to 4 months even now. Take a look at all these other businesses, guys. All of these business owners that you're seeing right now are in different niches. That's right, they are in all different niches. And we wanted to show you guys the plethora of different types of business owners we work with. Notice that even though they're in different niches, their results are still absolutely sensational. We hope you've enjoyed this webinar, and more importantly, we hope that it's been extremely helpful. If you've made it to this point, we'd like to cordially invite you to hop on a business strategy call with us. Now, this call is 100% free of charge, and its sole purpose is to get to know you and your business personally. That being said, click the Book Call Now button below, or if you're viewing this on our website, click the calendar below and choose one of the allotted times we have available to chat. Keep in mind, you certainly do not have to take any further steps, but if you've liked what you've seen today and would like to take this offer a little further and check out what this rabbit hole of success has to offer, we would love to be your guide. Lastly, we would like to leave you with a few of our powerful client testimony clips. We want you to see these so that you can feel the passion that they have now that they've got a strong grasp over their business's online growth. Check them out.
Duff Digital Marketing.
Duff Digital Marketing.
Duff Digital Marketing.
Duff Digital Marketing.
Hey, man. And
well, I've got to add, I want to add a little something about you guys on this too, because communication is key in everything. And through the past, what has it been, almost a year and a half now since we've known each other, there has never been a time that, I mean, outside of maybe 10 minutes that you guys haven't responded if I've ever had a question. That is unheard of. That does not happen. And it actually, it kind of motivates me sometimes too, because I know I'm always thinking I'll get a message from you guys like, okay, I'll get back to these guys when I can. And I have done better at not responding to a message or not even opening a message if I'm not ready to respond to it. So sometimes it does take me longer, but you guys never fit into that category. Anytime I reach out, it is instant, and not just the response, but the actions following it too. A lot of people can say, oh yeah, I'll get that done. I'll get this for you. You guys follow with actions every single time. And I'm not just saying this for your promotional thing or whatever. I'm saying that as a friend to you guys and a business acquaintance or partner. You guys are incredible. You guys, it's the best move that we've made with either of the businesses we've started. And I let people know the toughest thing for me around here to get them to talk with you guys is, well, they're not local. Well,
right.
Guess what? I understand that, but do you want someone who's going to help build your business, or do you want someone just local? Because let's figure out what the bottom line is here. What do you want from your business? So you guys, it doesn't matter what venture we go into, and hopefully we get to do some camping and stuff like that together. But
we're excited about that, man.
You know it. Listen.
We are too. Yeah, the personal side with the business side, it's just, you guys are absolutely fantastic. And I really, Mandy feels the same way. You guys have been a huge help through some tough times as well that are outside of business. So we just appreciate everything you guys do. And we interviewed a lot of different companies too before choosing you guys, and it's the best business decision we've made. And whoever doesn't choose you, they're fools.
Wow.
Like, really.
So
there you go.
Face is turning red.
Yeah,
now,
that means a lot, man. You know, we've had a few video testimonials before, man, but I gotta say your words of not only encouragement and kindness have hit home, man, but I gotta say I genuinely appreciate you guys, and I thank you as well.
We just adore you guys, and we really do just appreciate you guys more than you know.
It's hard to find quality people, and when you do, you know, you just got to do everything you can to make it.
That's right.
You absolutely nailed it.
That's right.
But I really appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you
I know
so
you're at
much.
the job site, so I don't want to keep you too long. But if you ever, as usual, if you need anything, give us a shout and tell Mandy we said hello. God bless, brother.
Right on. You guys have a good one. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye now, brother.
See ya.
Hi, my name's Christopher. I'm with Mary Jane's Glass Haberdasher, Terry's Naturals Market, and Cart Concepts Wholesale. We've been in business now for close to 20 years. We do everything from really basic mall kiosks all the way up to state-to-state wholesale. Last 4 to 5 years, we've been really trying to focus on our online presence and utilize all the available marketing tools such as social media or just even basic understanding of how an SEO algorithm works. We've had a lot of difficulty. We've gone through easily 5 to 6 other individuals or companies that basically they've been a whole lot of lip service and not a lot of results. We've been with the Duffs now for, I'd wager, a little over a year, not getting closer to 2 at this point. We've received more results in a matter of months from then than I received from any of the other companies or individuals combined that had nothing but empty promises. We've had such failures so far as not even putting us on Google, which I feel is pretty basic, and the Duffs caught it literally like it was the most obvious thing in the world. It was a nice reassurance to actually have a company produce the results they were offering. One of my favorite parts about working with these guys is that I'm not stuck on a constant sales pitch to get new stuff when you haven't even provided the results you already promised me you could. To top that off, they do it at a considerably better rate. And again, you get results. I kind of feel like you get your money's worth. It's worth the whole bang. My favorite thing about the Duffs is their ability to communicate. They don't leave me hanging. They don't give me half answers. When I reach out to them, they will reach out to me just as quickly, if not within an hour, within minutes even. I never have a hard time getting done what I need done, and even when I'm not catching anything or I'm not understanding, they do an amazing job of actually explaining it to me so I understand what it is can and cannot be done. This is by far one of the best marketing companies I have ever worked with, and again, one of the only ones that actually produced results. We used to have a hard time getting many more than maybe a few sales a week online on one of our sites, and since working with them, we've reached a point those numbers are actually worth notating. We're easily seeing 300 to 400% increases in certain areas just based on small efforts they've put in. We had a lot of really natural, organic growth with some of our sites, and they were actually able to utilize that and grow it exponentially within literally weeks to months. And since then, we've done nothing but continue to improve and consolidate everything and actually get it in a much more clean, professional look and how it operates and how it feels. There has not been anything I've run into with these guys that we have not been able to resolve and resolve quickly. I would highly recommend this company to anyone seeking to improve any level of marketing they've dealt with.